Hey guys, Suzanne. How are y'all doing? You're gonna hear the windshield wipers because it's a terribly yucky, rainy Thursday. We've had so much rain in Alabama that literally we need to build an ark. Let's see if that will stay without falling. But yeah, we literally need to build an ark. And what is Alabama like in the summertime? Droughts. So we still don't flood like so many. I mean, we do have places, but we have higher altitudes than a lot of places. But there's a river that I cross going to Ashley and Michael's house, and I've crossed it my whole life. And I am so thankful that they completed a new bridge on it this past year, because I would be afraid. I am so crooked. Hold on. Oh well, we're just gonna be crooked. I'd be afraid to pass over it on the old bridge because I have never seen so much water, because it is a bridge that the river's way down normally, and it is so far up. It has an island out in the middle on one side, an island that people fish off of. They even camp off of it some. There's nothing but the tops of the trees showing on the island. So, but it is a yucky rainy day. It's supposed to be pretty tomorrow, hopefully. The kids are leaving, going to Gatlinburg. I already prayed over them. And I am still persisting with this headache. The only reason that I'm up and at 'em today, I kept Rhett and Riggs yesterday. Rhett ran a fever the night before, but he didn't run it at all yesterday. So whatever that's about, I hope he don't get to Gatlinburg and start burning up with a fever. So I had both of them yesterday. It was just a long day, and I love my boys so much, but I have so much pressure on this side of my head. It is insane. So I'm thinking, I don't know, like when I push in right there, OMG, it hurts. And I know that's like TMJ, but it's not. It's all this crazy fibrodysautonomia stuff. It's just, I think it was like Tuesday that I sent Ashley and John a text, which I never do. I haven't cleaned my glasses. I never do. And I just said, I just want y'all to know that I love you so much, and I thank you for praying for me and being there for me. I said I have felt so bad the last few weeks, and I don't never want to be a whiner. I want to be victorious, and I want to be strong. And I said, but I'm just so tired of my head hurting, and I love y'all, and please don't get tired of me. They're like, okay, Mom. Ashley's like, okay, Mom's having a come apart. Sometimes you just need to vent that stuff, don't you? You just need to say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But I would not be out in this lovely weather. I'm looking for my cloth to clean my glasses. If Mother had not decided that she needed some things from the grocery store. Now, mind you, I've had the chance to go this week, but she's decided she's going to wait till the day before we leave. And I said, well, Mother, because I did, I can't find my cloth. I did a grocery pickup, and she said, well, I really want to go. It is pouring down rain, which means I have to load the groceries in the rain, and I have to unload the groceries in the rain. Gotta love them. Gotta love her. I might put her on here in a few minutes. I don't know. She told me the other day, she said, I'm just tired. And I said, what you tired of, Mama? I'm just tired. And I believe that. I believe I really believe Mother's ready to go home. Not that she don't enjoy life, but I just think she feels like she's a burden. And I told her, I said, and it's not always easy, you know, taking care of her and doing everything, but she's never a burden. And so many of y'all have said, oh, I wished I had my mama. I wished I had my mama back. It's yeah. It's hard losing them, and it's hard taking care of them. Oh, I look so weak without my glasses. You can tell I did put on a tiny bit of lipstick and foundation, but nothing on my eyes, because when I have a headache, my eyes hurt too. So I got to go back for a recheck on my dry eyes. But yeah, I was just wondering if I could get the doctor to give me like a Z-Pack if there's any infection in there. I don't know. But the main reason I got on here after my whining, get the violins out. But hey, a headache for 5 or 6 weeks will drive you crazy. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm going off this weekend for my birthday. I'm good. Headache or not, I'm going. But I just wanted to say before I got to Mother's, I am so eternally grateful and thankful that God has allowed me to sit in the comfort of my home and teach you guys the Bible. And look, I don't even pretend to be a Bible scholar. Never had any formal training. I do have a master's degree, but it's not in Bible. And so as I'm studying, and I study a lot for these lessons, this is not get on here, throw up the camera and talk about the Lord, although I mean I do that from my own experiences. But when I teach you those lessons, what he has impressed me to do this year, and I've told y'all that, is to write so that I'm soaking in, so that I'm studying while I'm getting ready. And you know, I think that's what there needs to be more of, is studying the Word of God verse by verse. One of you had put on there that you had bought a new book about something and just realized, hey, I need to be studying the Bible instead of just reading this book. And I don't think there's anything wrong with reading books by Christian authors. There again, you gotta be careful what you're reading, who you're reading by. There's some that I wouldn't there's some on the bestsellers list that I wouldn't touch, just because I don't believe in the way they do things and the way, anyway. But there's nothing wrong with adding to, but the Bible should never be neglected because of the books that you're reading. And I really haven't been able to read anything fiction in a long time, just because I feel like the time that I do get to spend reading, that I'm reading the Word. That's just where I'm at in my life at this point. But thank y'all so much for letting me know when something particular speaks to you, and it's just like your aha moment, and it's just like, oh, this was meant for me today. Because that gives me the confidence, not that I lack confidence in it, but that just lets me know that I'm in tune with God, and that I'm giving you what you need. Because, you know, I go to a very strong church. I go to a church where the Word of God is taught, and there's so many classes that I could go to, and so many of y'all don't have that. And if I can supplement in some way the Word of God to you and encourage you, and maybe be that extra class that you're not getting, then that's a blessing to me. I don't consider what I get to do, I'm never flippant about it. I am very, well, when I'm journaling in my prayer journal, and so I tell the Lord all the time how humbled I am that he's allowing me to do this. And I mean that with my whole heart. And I never want to, and if I make a mistake in it, it is an honest mistake. But y'all had asked me, I'm reading a lot, and some of you won't like this, but that's okay. That's the reason this is America. We can have choices. But I like to read from the NLT, which is the New Living Translation. Somebody had told me the other day, I met a man at the car dealership. He said, I won't read from anything but the King James Version. I won't sit and listen to a preacher preach from anything except a King James Version. And that's fine. He asked me, because I was working on lessons at the car dealership, and he asked me, and I told him I was working on Bible lessons. What Bible do you use? He said. And I said, well, I'm using my phone because I can pull up a lot of different translations. And he said, nope, there's only one. And I said, well, if he feels that way, that's fine, and he should go with his convictions. But I had written one of you back because you had asked me about the Bibles. The meat, the study that I'm doing to the verses is coming out of my ESV, and that thing is like that thick. It's so thick, and really the print. I've got some cataracts on my eyes, and I'll probably be better once they take those off, but the small print has gotten to where it's harder for me. But I've got me a little light that goes right over it, and I love to work during the daytime when I can use the natural light. So, but I'm pulling a lot of the meat from the ESV study Bible. And then also when there's things that really speak to me that I want to elaborate about, then I will Google some stuff too. And then I like the Spurgeon commentary. Is just one that's been around forever. Charles Spurgeon is a great, I don't know if you'd call him a theologian, I don't really know, but the Charles Spurgeon commentary is really good. It has stood the test of time. So I like to pull from the Charles Spurgeon too. So, but what I'm doing right now is mostly reading to y'all from the New Living Translation, and I'm using a lot of stuff from the ESV, which is the English Standard Version. I had gotten some birthday money about 3 years ago, and I went and bought me an ESV. So I'm thinking I'm getting to be a little bit of a Bible freak. I like them, and then I don't even take a Bible to church, but I take my book and write my notes, and I use my phone. But see, the reason I still believe in a cloth, the leather and the pages, the paper pages, is because I want to leave my Bibles behind, and I want my grandchildren to see one day where I studied and highlighted and wrote in it. I think that's leaving a legacy. So let me get up here and get this wild woman. And but I just wanted to tell y'all that because some of you had asked, and you read what version is comfortable for you. And I'm not stuck on the NLT. I just like the wording on it. And then a lot of the squirrels, get over there. I don't want to run over you. Mother's had 2 more trees to fall down. They were dead trees, but they're kind of sticking out on her driveway. My poor old brother, he's been up here. Her basement flooded. And last week he worked 2 or 3 days with all this rain getting her basement, the flood water out of it. So it takes me and him both to keep this place going, but we do, and he never complains. He's so good. He's a good man. I'm going in here and getting her. I'll be right back. Are you sure you don't stink?
No, I don't stink because I wash good.
Did you take a bath this morning?
This morning. This was not my morning.
Every other. Tell everybody, hey.
Hello. I'm out the house.
We got her out.
God, I'm going crazy.
Well, I think you're already crazy.
I've been crazy for a long time. Fred, I done been off this hill.
That's true. Sometimes craziness is bliss.
Oh, me lordy. On this old hill's home, I'll tell you that.
63
years.
years.
Tell me this is the only house you ever lived in.
It is. Well, I lived in the other one for a little while, but not much. I got a birthday Monday.
You got a birthday coming up?
Mondays. She don't remember our
Suzanne,
birthdays.
how old you gonna be?
I ain't a-telling.
Well, my God, I had you.
Here.
Looks like you could tell me.
I ain't telling the millions of people that thinks
Oh,
I'm
okay.
50.
I see that. I thought you didn't want me to know it.
Well, if you
What
don't
is
know
that?
it. What?
What is that, Bachana?
That white thing?
Yeah, that's a squirrel going in there at something. That's what it is.
I know I almost ran over too.
That's what it is. He's got some, must be something trying to live in there. He wants to eat it.
No, I'll be 64. My brother's got to come get these. I don't know how in the world.
Dana's just going to have to
He'll take the chainsaw and cut part of it off. I told him he had worked himself to death last week underneath that house.
Is he still working there?
He's about through at that other place. So.
He told me he was. He called me yesterday morning.
Yeah, he's helped him all he can help him. So.
But you know, he's thoughtful enough to call me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That creek, when it's running over, makes me want to get in it like we did when we were kids. We used to get some of the biggest crawdads down there. Oh, I loved playing in that creek.
This is home right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know that I have got another card somebody wants to buy my house? They must think I really do need it.
They think you're dead as a doornail.
I think they think I'm dead. and somebody's living here. They say, let's sell it.
They're like, she's 92, almost 93. She's got to be crazy. We can probably get this house for $10,000. Let's get this.
He don't know what buttholes I've got for kids.
No, he don't. He don't know that we watch over everything.
You don't know if I take nothing.
I check her checking account every so often to make sure, because I know.
I don't spend no money.
Well, no, I know I spend it for you, and I know it's going to be from the drugstore, from Walmart, from Dollar General, and the few bills that we pay.
Yeah.
And I even write down the check numbers when we write those bills out, so I can keep a track of everything.
Well, that's somebody needs to.
That's my mama's money.
Her might die, and I want it.
No, we don't never think about that. I just don't want.
There'll be a lot of it. It won't be much.
No, there won't be much.
I don't really care, do you?
No, I mean, I just don't even never think about that.
I know you don't. I
don't think about that. I just won't have enough money to bury you.
I hope you
we got that. Got that taken care of.
They can just dig a hole out there, go boink.
Hey, you know, some people are doing the natural. It's just as crooked.
I didn't think maybe that they would.
I don't think our state will let you do it.
That's what I was thinking.
But there are some states that do have, because there's a YouTuber that just died, Phyllis Stokes.
Yeah.
She had a huge audience, and she cooked the old-fashioned way and just talked so slow. But Lord, she fought cancer. Her and her husband had the channel. I didn't find her till later, and then she died. But him and her both were buried, just wrapped in a, what do you call that? Oh shoot! I started to say a carafe, but that's what you pour coffee in. It doesn't sound like that. Here I go with my words. Everybody's watching this right now is hollering and telling me what it is. But anyway, it's a special cloth. They just wrap you in that cloth and put you back to the dust to dust.
Did you know that's enough? That is enough.
It really is.
You're as dead as a doorknob.
I think probably, back, and this is a controlled cemetery, so it has to be controlled because animals can smell, and that's probably what started the whole process. Yeah. Well, tell everybody what you've been doing lately.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Going from one chair to another and answering the phone when it's always somebody that I don't even know.
Except for me.
Yeah, and that ain't too often because she's off running around with her husband.
Oh, Lord, yeah, I run around so much.
Yeah, she really goes.
I had 2 boys yesterday.
That's where you're going to find her.
Yeah, and then, I got my hair done the day before. I have such a wild, exciting retirement life.
It's
I thought it would be a little bit more glamorous than this when I retired.
No, it's not glamorous. Believe me, I've been there and done that.
So, but we're going to Wally World. As bad as I hate Wally World.
I despise that place.
I do too. But that's good because we know where everything's at to get her, and it has everything that we need. So,
and one place ain't no better than
so we're going to load groceries in the rain, or I am. And then we're going to unload groceries in the rain. And then I got to go home and pack, throw a few things together.
Now, where y'all going now?
I can't disclose my destination on here because the paparazzi may just...
Oh, well, we don't want you messing up.
No, they'll know later when I do some videos.
Been after you a lot of times.
Besides, I've already told her 10 times where we're going.
Told me, but
Don't say it. Don't say it. It's a secret destination.
Well, I can't figure out why you and him would want something secret.
Well, gotta have a little spice in your life every now and then. So
Well, yeah.
I ate some walnuts this morning, and they're kind of hurting my
It's
chest.
been so long since I've even smelled a man.
Well,
Been around.
I thought she was going to talk about what. I thought she was going to say it's been so long since she's eaten any walnuts. You can just hug on John all you want to. Some of the older ladies at church come up to me and they're like, "Can I hug him?" And I'm like, "Go at it.
Go ahead.
Go at it.
Yeah.
Just put us in your will." No, Gertrude, they'll tell me all the time, "Can I hug him? He's so good looking." I said, "You sure can, Gertrude," because I used to hug on Paul, her honey, before he died.
Yeah.
Or either sit there.
Everybody don't know stuff, do they?
Yeah, come on, buddy. Man, Mama won't have to walk very far in the rain. Come on, I'm stopped. I'm not going nowhere.
He's been.
Hey, I drove some new cars last weekend.
Huh?
I drove some new cars last weekend.
What'd you
You know,
drive?
I drove an Acadia and I drove a new Enclave, and I believe it was the Acadia. It doesn't even have a gear shift in it.
What?
It has a button right here, and you push park, drive, and reverse.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Well, it was kind of neat.
Yeah.
It was kind of neat. It didn't even have the gear shift at all.
Where's the gear shift at?
It didn't have it.
It does its own shifting.
Well, you hit park, reverse, or drive right there on a button.
I'd hit the wrong one every time.
Well, then I drove, I think it was the Yukon maybe that I drove, and it has a gear shift, but you just touch the side of it. You don't slide it back and forth. And they said some people had put theirs in drive. Reverse was a little harder,
Yeah.
and said some people had put it in drive and had wrecks when they thought they were putting it in reverse. So, all right, tell everybody that you just had to come on here, and
Either that or go butt my head against a tree.
I wouldn't do that. Then I'd have to take you to the doctor.
And then the
we'd have to
dog,
get
the dog wants
stitches.
to go, and the dog eats up my papers.
Yes, her dog loves her Kleenexes. So
And I'll go off, and I'm doing so much nice. Come back and I have to go and break it every bit up. I'd wring her neck, but she's sweet.
she is sweet. She was jumping all over me a while ago. She thinks when I come in that I'm supposed to stop and give her loving right then and there. So I'm gonna wait till this truck backs out before we get out.
Yeah,
Oh, let me tell you what happened when I walked in. She had this little sweater on and had capri pants on with it, bare-legged. The little thicker, like, I said, "You're not wearing those to the store. It is wet and cold." She said, "Well, I didn't know." Had on a sweater and little, they're a knit capri pants. Them legs would have been frozen.
I'll tell you what. You stay in the house, you go a little bit goofy. You have to really be careful.
When you live to be 92, you get a little goofy, don't you?
You know, I lay there and I counted out the days. I'm just gonna be lucky if I make all them days.
Oh, you've been saying that for years.
I know I have. In other words, I ain't gonna ever go through with it, am I?
Your 90th birthday at Cheesecake
Be my
Factory,
last.
remember? It'll be my last. And here you
Well,
are,
that gum, I did think it.
plugging right on
There
along.
ain't a person in my family's ever lived that long.
This is true.
Might
This
been
is
because I
true.
took care of all of them. I hope so. That's the case, Suzanne. You'll live long.
Oh, Lord, maybe I need to stay home more. She said the other day when I was fixing her medicine, she said, "You know, you could really mess me up on that medicine." I said, "My God, Mother,
I just,
how could I live with myself if I missed
a lot of
you?"
people.
I'm gonna give her extra stuff, and then I'm not gonna give her Eliquis so that she'll go into AFib.
I'm going. What
I
is
guess some people would be like that.
I bet some of them rich folks, they float out on it when they're not really
I'm gonna
ready.
start putting some Valium in yours,
Well,
and just call you every 3 days, and you'll be laying in bed.
And that bastard dog will be with me.
That dog will be all over her, just eating her up. All right, we're just fixing to have a fun time and going. We have a fun time basically every time we go
Sure
somewhere.
we do.
Though
We argue. We act.
we argue, we laugh, we do a lot of laughing. So not much arguing. We've never been one to argue.
No.
I never was an argumentative child, but
No.
she never did really provoke me
But
either.
she's one of the
So,
cowardless little things there.
well, somebody had to be meeker in the family.
Hey, you wash her hair. You had to.
I used to be terrified for her to. She'd put me up on the sink and lay my head back. But I know y'all never did let me get in water. You told me water was wrong. It was a sin to
was
get in
wet.
water, and that's the reason I probably felt
when
that
I
way.
found that little place
Couldn't
where they-
swim because my daddy was a preacher.
Bull crap.
I mean, Jesus swam, and he was Jesus. You know?
But when I found that woman down there she set a little kid down on it, I said, oh my God.
She started taking me to the beauty shop and getting my hair washed. So I had real long hair, and she said I would just be terrified. So I think she's making all that up. So.
I ain't making it up. You know I'm not, you little heifer.
All right. We're going to go into Wally World and get some groceries.
I just soon too. Well, I ain't going to say it.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Be sweet. Be Christ-like.
What?
Be Christ-like.
What's that?
That's what I thought. Bye, y'all.
All right. I'll be better next time.
Yeah, right.